Welcome back. The meeting between the Minister of Labour and Employment and the Academic Staff Union of Universities is still ongoing. The meeting, which has entered its 7th hour, was initially intended to last only a few hours to harmonise their positions on the integration of UTAS into IPPIS. But the ASU president's opening remarks, in which he says that the federal government introduced IPPIS as a distraction to divert attention from the issues raised in the 2019 Memorandum of Actions, suggests that deliberations are far beyond the integration of UTAS into IPPIS. The federal government had agreed to integrate UTAS, short for Universities Transparency Accounting System, a new payroll system developed by the universities as against the IPPIS. The coronavirus has been impacting negatively on almost everything, raising the question in the U.S. to hold or not to hold the latest round of primary voting. Simon Pusey has more in Around the World in 5.
Good evening and welcome to the Channel studios in London with your international news around the world in 5. A debate is raging in the US over whether to postpone the latest round of primary voting due to the virus. Ohio will seek to postpone Tuesday's presidential nominating contest. Officials in the state, as well as Illinois, Florida and Arizona, had previously said they would still go ahead. But Ohio Governor Mike DeWine became the first to call for delaying the election, saying that at-risk populations would be unable to vote. The rapidly spreading virus has shut down schools, restaurants and sporting and cultural events. Georgia and Louisiana have already postponed primaries that had been set for March the 24th and April the 4th, respectively.
Well, I was really concerned when they hadn't delayed it. So honestly, I'm happy that they're going to get a chance. I feel like turnout would have been really bad had they not pushed it back. So I think it's the right choice. I wish they'd made it sooner because people probably plan their schedule around that, but still overall net positive.
Amazon has said it plans to hire 100,000 warehouse and delivery workers in the United States to deal with a surge in online orders as many consumers have turned to the web to meet their needs during the coronavirus outbreak. With shoppers clearing out shelves in fear of quarantines or product shortages, retailers are racing to keep food and hygienic items in stock and have employees on hand for in-store work or delivery. The coronavirus, which has led to more than 7,100 deaths globally and prompted mass lockdowns of people, has also led to items being out of stock on Amazon and some deliveries taking longer than usual. Amazon's headcount fluctuates seasonally, recently peaking for the holiday quarter at 798,000 full and part-time workers. It was not immediately clear how many people Amazon would employ after it hires 100,000 more. 5 Iranian students have apologised on TV after being arrested for making videos that appeared to show aubergines raining down on Tehran. The videos showing the vegetables falling on people's heads and cars went viral on Persian social media. Later, the hardline Tasnim news agency said 5 people had been arrested for causing public disquiet. The 5 men told State TV they were art students who had made the videos for a university project. Japanese seniors in Saitama have been exercising indoors and avoiding exposure amid the outbreak with the new help of a YouTube video. Japan has closed schools and cancelled public events to stop further transmission of the virus. Elderly people are especially vulnerable to the serious effects. Japan has the world's oldest population with more than 28% aged 65 or over. The exercise video called Human Exercise was made available to the public by the elderly care home operator Human Life Care. The exercise is about 5 minutes long, featuring exercises and stretches designed to boost blood flow and strengthen the feet and back muscles. And finally, Esther Weinrib rang in her 97th birthday this week with a video call and remote cake cutting with her great-grandchildren, a cautious celebration as her family tries to avoid exposing her to the virus. The elderly are particularly vulnerable to illness, and Israel, which has nearly 300 confirmed cases, has urged its citizens to keep their distance from older relatives. Fear of contracting the coronavirus has created a new reality for Weinrib, a Holocaust survivor who came to Israel from Poland over 70 years ago. She smiled as her great-grandchildren sang happy birthday to her through a video call from their home in Hulda in Kibbutz, some 35 kilometers away in central Israel. She later cut a birthday cake with 98 candles, one extra for good luck. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel studios in Lagos.
Let's quickly head on to Jeffrey for sports news.
Thanks, Amarachi, and welcome to Sports News. President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the postponement of the 2020 National Sports Festival as a precautionary move against the COVID-19 spread. The Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Sunday Dare, confirmed the development on Tuesday in Abuja after a meeting with the President and Minister for State for Health. The 2020 National Sports Festival was initially scheduled to hold in Benin City from March the 22nd through April the 1st.
After briefing Mr. President took the decision and gave the directive that the National Sports Festival, Christine Edo 2020, should be postponed as a precautionary move against the spread of COVID-19. A new date for Edo 2020 will be announced later based on developments around COVID-19.
Meanwhile, the local organizing committee for Edo 2020 National Sports Festival says it will comply with the directive of the federal government to put on hold the event despite its readiness to host. The chairman of the Edo 2020 local organizing committee, Mr. Philip Shaibu, who made the announcement during an emergency meeting at the Games Secretariat in Benin City, the state capital, says they will await a new date for the relevant authorities. The French Open has been moved to September and October as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. The event at Roland Garros was due to be played from May the 24th to June the 7th, but instead will take place between September the 20th and October the 4th. That means it will begin just 1 week after the completion of the U.S. Open in New York. Organizers said any ticket already purchased would either be refunded or exchanged to take into account the new dates of the event. European football's governing body UEFA has postponed the Euro 2020 by 1 year until 2021 because of the coronavirus pandemic. The tournament, due to take place from July the 12th this summer, will now run from June the 11th to July the 11th next year. The postponement provides a chance for European leagues that have been suspended to now be completed. UEFA said it wanted to avoid placing any unnecessary pressure on national public services of its 12 host countries, as well as helping allow domestic competitions to be finished. The European Championship qualifying playoffs, scheduled to begin this month, have provisionally been moved to June. And that's it on sports. It's back to you, Amarachi.
Thanks, Jeffrey. And the main news again. The federal government today announced the third case of coronavirus in Nigeria. The 30-year-old UK returnee is set to be stable and has already been taken into quarantine in Lagos. Also today, the federal government banned all government officials from embarking on foreign trips. The newly inaugurated task force also ordered Nigerians returning to the country to go into self-isolation for 14 days. And the European Union today banned travellers from outside the bloc for 30 days in an unprecedented move to seal its borders amid the coronavirus crisis. That'll be all on the news at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.